Hey everyone, it's Charles from Frightmare HQ, here to talk about body horror. Body horror is a genre that intentionally showcases disturbing transformations and violations to the human body. Always considered one of the more disturbing genres, as it plays in our emotions of not being able to control what's in our own bodies. This genre can overlap with others, like splatter or slasher. But remember, body horror is not just gore. For example, someone lopping off a head on screen would not be body horror. However, if your head rips itself off and turns itself into a head spider, now that's body horror.
I don't know what the hell's in there. It's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
One of the earliest body horror films is considered to be 1924's The Hands of ORLAC, about a world-famous piano player that receives transplanted hands that once belonged to a murderer. At the time, showcasing a then very science-fictional theme of body part transplantation. Body horror started to emerge more in the 1950s and 60s with the advancement of practical effects and a mainstream desire for horror. 1958's The Blob and The Fly are considered early pioneers of this genre due to their focus on body mutilation. There still wasn't a ton of body horror, however, until we got to the mid-70s. That's when David Cronenberg started his reign. Most notably, the year 1977 is when things kicked off in a big way with flicks like ERASERHEAD, David Lynch's first full-length feature about a man trying to survive his dark industrial environment and his newly born mutant child. The Incredible Melting Man, featuring effects from Rick Baker, about an astronaut that's transformed into a murderous, gelatinous mass after returning from an ill-fated space voyage. And Rabid, Cronenberg's real dive into body horror, about a young woman who develops a taste for human blood after experimental plastic surgery. The 80s were the golden age of special effects, and many great films emerged. Stuart Gordon brought us Reanimator and From Beyond. Clive Barker took body horror to hell with Hellraiser.
Jesus wept.
And Cronenberg continued his dominance of body horror with Scanners, Videodrome, Dead Ringers, and one of my favorites, The Fly, a remake of the 1958 classic. Body horror had a mainstream decline in the late 80s, and in the 90s there were very few notable flicks. One you can check out though is 93's Body Melt. In the 2000s we started seeing a revival of body horror with movies like Slither, Taxidermia, Teeth, The Ruins, and everyone's favorite, The Human Centipede. Well, now you know a little bit about body horror. So get to watching some movies, and remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, or the boogans will get you.